Lately, Evernote is helping us accomplish more, no doubt on that. But still, a lot of what I use it for is information related. Let me show you. This is how the drawer used to look like, and this is what I turned it into. The interesting part here is that Evernote didn't help me as a project management app. It assisted me providing the information I needed on my creativity process. I definitely love to build things, fix things, but it usually doesn't have a deadline, detailed plans. I usually have a rough idea of what I'm gonna do. Definitely there's no way to recreate what I built because I'm never trying to create a product. It's just a creativity process. I try to use whatever I have around, but sometimes I have to buy extra parts. And because I'm doing this as I go and sometimes in a different place, for example, this project is for my office and I built it at home. Evernote is crucial here. I have access to measurements, pictures, and all the information that will help me check if that idea will work. Of course, I brought the drawer with me, but I didn't want to bring the keyboard, trackpad, and other items. I knew I would eventually need to make sure that the items would fit inside and especially make sure that I would be able to close the drawer. I took pictures with Evernote. There's an entire video here on the channel explaining how to do this. I didn't need precise measurements. I just set the keyboard and the trackpad and the other items next to a ruler and took the picture. Remember what I said several times here on the channel that I create a new notebook every time I want to test a new structure in Evernote. I don't want to make a mess on my system, and this is the way I can create kind of a sandbox and test tags and the structure of the notes. I can make a mess there and then organize it or move that to another notebook in the future. It works in real life projects too. I'm always testing, and this is what I did here. I placed this foam inside the drawer and tested with my keyboard and trackpad for a while. The distance was perfect. I loved it. However, I noticed that I would have to remove the front part of the drawer to make typing comfortable. When it was time to build, I checked my materials and I noticed that I needed more wood. And like I mentioned before, there's no blueprint here and I don't have a lot of tools, so I need to find a piece of wood that is almost there. What I did at this point was open Evernote again and sketch the drawer itself, all the measurements, and I brought that with me to the store. Knowing that I draw that before leaving home, can you guess where I looked for that note? This is a good one. This is a good tip. The notes widget. It's the last one I have on Evernote Home. I just scroll down and there it was, the first note. That was the last note I worked on and it had to be there. If you haven't watched yet, go watch my last video. We talked a lot about this. I think you'll like it. First, I really wanted to use this glasses with blue light filter that Barner sent me. However, because of my prescription, if I get too close to whatever I am reading, I can't. It gets out of focus. But from here, everything is perfect. The second problem is a really bad habit I developed along the years. When I'm thinking or reading, I tend to lean on my left arm like this, and I put a lot of pressure and weight here. And because I do this all the time, I'm constantly with a neck ache, an arm ache here. It's terrible. It's too low, so I'm not gonna stay. There's no way I'm gonna stay like this. Now the final touch. After adding the pictures of the final product to the note, I'll move it from the woodworking notebook to the office notebook. And since this is a project on an Ikea desk, I'll add the Ikea tag just in case. If in the future I'm in a store and come across a mouse or keyboard that I want to buy, it's just a matter of opening the note and checking the measurements. This is just a simple example, but I can't even remember how many times Evernote saved me because I have all the information I may need in Evernote. A video about Evernote in a drawer? Who would have thought about a topic like this 1 year ago? Today, this channel is 1 year old. Thank you so much for being with me along this journey. And there's much more to come. See you soon.